Kajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, bad credit. Here at Kajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let him have it.
I've got my dollars and I sit in my best offer.
We say yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem.
Hello, and good morning on this Thursday morning. How is everyone doing? It is in the 80s already today. It's supposed to get in the 90s. All right, first in the chat is Chu. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Stacy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Lilith, hello, good morning, and welcome. Joe, hello, good morning, and welcome. And there's Yorn again. Hello, Glenn. How are you doing? Good to see you. And Mark, hello, good morning, and welcome. Little Debbie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And there's Glammaz. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Lisa, hello, good morning, and welcome to you as well. And Jessica, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see y'all. Let's see, everybody's chit-chatting back and forth. And there's Kim. Don't forget, today Kim goes live at 9:45. And Dawn Southern Fine, Dawn and Susie Woozy will be going live at 9:30 from the doghouse on Susie Woozy's channel, from her doghouse. Let's see here. Hello, Roy. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello, and welcome. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Welcome. And I spy a Queen Anitra. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see ya. All right, if y'all come in and y'all having questions about Poshmark and you want to take that step, but you haven't done it yet, and you have those questions, you've come to the right place. Because if you have your questions, we do ask that you write them in the chat. Write the word question down in caps. Get my attention. I will pin them in the StreamYard so I don't miss them as I see them coming in. And we'll get those answered for you. Hello, Miss Denise. Hello, good morning, and welcome. So without further ado, it is time to bring Miss Queen herself of Posh. There you go. And the Queen of Posh herself, and that's none other than Glammaz Closet.
Hi, good morning. Sorry, it's been I was actually sharing my Poshmark closet.
I did that this morning.
Strangely enough. Yeah, I was doing
I have it
sometimes.
set up automatically. Yeah, I have it set automatically with Flip, and it does it every 2 hours.
Yeah, I do with my bot, but sometimes I like to just I like to just put some of my better designer stuff or something that I really want to move. I'll like pop it at the top. So
Yep.
I'll share like 10 or 20 at a time and just kind of, move things up. So
Yeah.
plus it makes it look like I don't have a bot that's actually sharing, which is nice.
I noticed too, if it's something, we're gonna get to it after you tell everybody a little bit about yourself. I have a question ready to get that started from what you just said. So without further ado, go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and where will you be in the next couple of days and promote your channel.
I'm gonna be everywhere, guys. I'm all over the place.
No.
Tonight, I'm actually going to probably pop on live and just do listings because I really need to list on my Poshmark Closet. Haven't done that yet at all this week. I took a few days off. Sometimes you just need a mental health break and you're like, you know what? I'm calling in sick to work for 2 days. So I did that and I just watched movies and like drank coffee and just, cooked and did some things around the house and just kind of enjoyed myself. So today I am back at work. So tonight I'll probably pop on for a little while live after the Beardo show, which I enjoy. And then I'll pop on live for a little while to get some listings done. And I'm almost completely finished up with my lineup for tomorrow night. Horizon Picks, I am on just after Johnny. So Johnny's on at 5:30 Central. Yeah, he's on at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, and I'm on at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern for the Horizon Picks Marathon auction. So there's going to be so much good stuff, and I'm probably the only person not selling comic books on this thing, so that'll be fun. And then, sorry, my hair is getting in my eyes, and then after that auction, I do have my Sunday morning live. So my Sunday morning live brunch is every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. Hawaii, 4 p.m. in Great Britain, and whatever 14 hours ahead is in 2 a.m. in Australia. For our friends down under. Yeah, Carrie, I just had a total cringe moment. So please don't forget to catch the brunch live on Sunday. We talk about reseller news, things happening in shipping, things happening in the reseller community, any news that or any news that's dropped in the past, week or two. I talk about what my sales are, what those real numbers are after my cost of goods, after shipping discounts, after all of that. So you get hopefully a really good sense of like what my baseline is. And it's nice to keep it on record for tax purposes. And then on the 12th, I'm going to be on the Two Old Guys vintage their auction. So I'm going to I think a half an hour on that auction as well. And I'm darned if I can remember the time. So I'll have to check in with you and let you know that on Sunday. But it's going to be fun and looking forward to the Horizon Picks auction tomorrow night. We're going to have a great time with Roy and the gang. And like I said, I'm the only one not selling comic books. So check me out. You'll never know what kind of weirdness. It's going to get weird. I love it when it gets weird. Let's get weird. We'll get weird.
All right, I just noticed I don't have it on that calendar. Oh, there it is. 1 o'clock is when Mark and Mike start with their Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell on the marathon this Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Thrifting with MJ Beans. Hello, Jeannie and Mike. Hello, good morning and welcome. Mara Buying Space. Hello, good morning and welcome. Glammaz, it's time for Push That Time Clock. We have a question. Hello, Janice. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello, and welcome. Would Poshmark be a good place to list a brand new designer wedding dress?
Whoa.
My daughter backed out of her wedding.
Yes, but I would give it. Here's the thing. I would give it a few months. How do I put this? List it as soon as possible. Don't expect to get a whole bunch of likes until here's what I would do in December the 20th. I would relist it. And to relist on Posh, I'll show you how that's done if you're doing it manually. But December 20th, I would relist it, and here's why. Because the majority of every single person who's ever been in the wedding business, I've been in the wedding business, and I spent like 13 years in it doing on the hotel and catering and venue side of it. So I can tell you that January is the holidays between Christmas and New Year's are the very, very biggest season for proposals. And that's when that's usually when couples get engaged, because they can do it in front of their families. They're all at home, that sort of thing, which is why you see so many wedding shows in January. So my advice to you, because the first two things every bride picks out are their venue and their dress. First two things ever, even before the flowers, before the music, before everything. So my advice to you would be on December 20th, do this. And I'm going to share my screen. So go ahead and post it now, because you could get the bride who's looking for it. But I'm going to share my screen now, and we're going to go to my closet. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how you relist something. So I've got these UGG slide sandals. Actually, let's do the Tory Burch. They've got a lot. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Tory Burch. Okay, so I'm going to take the Tory Burch, click on that. Any minute now. There we go. Thank you, Poshmark. Okay. So what I'm going to do is edit listing. So here's my listing with all my photos. And I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom. And notice it says delete listing or copy listing. I'm going to copy this listing. It'll show as a new listing. It'll say copy in it, and I'll show you what that looks like. Loading listing copy. Do. How's everybody this morning?
Great. Yeah, it does take a little while, I notice sometimes.
I got the wheel of death. You know how that goes, guys. Okay, so here is that's a draft. You need to delete that draft. Okay, so there's the copy of the listing. So I go down and I hit next. And then I hit list this item. And it's going to list it as copy Tory Burch sandals. So if I pull up my closet again, I'll have Tory Burch sandals. Not now, Poshmark. I'll have Tory Burch sandals. Notice, and then I have copy Tory Burch sandals. So here's the copy, here's the original. Then I just go in to the original. I edit that listing. Scroll down, and I delete it. So now in my closet, I only have one listing, but it shows as a new listing. That's how you relist on Poshmark and make it look like a new listing, but you get to keep everything in it. By the way, Tory Burch sandals for sale, size 6 if you're looking. And then I edit the listing. So when in doubt, hit edit listing. It'll pull you back up to that. And all I have to do is go delete, highlight the copy, delete it, update, and then list this item. Now it's the exact same thing, but it's showing as a brand new listing. And so it puts it more towards the top of the search bar and more towards the top of the news feed. So there is the new listing, which is exactly like the old listing.
So if she were to list it now,
okay,
back in December, she would go back and relist it like that.
Exactly, but wait until like right at Christmas, or maybe even a couple days after Christmas, because that's when girls are like, "Oh, I'm getting married. Look, I got the ring," and they get online and they are looking for a wedding dress right now. Yeah.
Hello, good morning, and welcome, Abu and Veronica McGuy. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Good morning, it's me, Angie. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, Hetty. Hello, good morning, and welcome.
Hey, Hetty.
I think you're at 4:15, Glammaz.
At
4:15. On the Tuesday show.
Thank you. That's probably
hello, Deadhead Coin. How are you doing? Good to see you. I'm looking for any questions, which I think I did see one.
Yeah.
I'm just taking my time going through so I can make sure I don't miss it.
Oh, okay. No, wait. The two old guys are actually on Missouri time. So, well, we call it Central Standard Time, but we all know it's just for Missouri. So we did. I'm joking. That's totally a joke, guys. So we have. Yeah, whatever times they have on their list, I am on their time zone. So yeah.
Right. Hello, Patrick. Hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing?
Good to see you, brother.
Let's see. Mindface doing my unboxing today, featuring Debbie and Max Go Thrifting.
Oh, how fun! And I wanted to thank you, Myra, for the lovely comments on the unboxing. Really, it was so sweet and so kind, and not necessary, but definitely appreciated.
Thank you so much, Jeannie. And I'm trying.
Jeannie.
I'm
Jeannie's
trying.
better at Poshmark than me. I don't know why she's not up here. She's so good. They're so good.
I've reached 92 listings this morning. I've been listing 6 a day.
Wow.
I'm trying to list 6 a day. So that's where
you're gonna pass me up soon. I keep selling and not listing this week. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to list like 50 tonight or something crazy.
Yeah, I try to do at least 6 a day. I do have some inventory. I've been moving around and clearing out my office and organizing it, and I have several boxes of clothing that I need to tend to. So that'll be my goal. Yeah. Once I get the auction out of the way, coming up. Also, we're going to go back to a question I have in reference to when you were talking earlier, in reference to showing your closet on sharing your own closet.
Yes.
When doing that, does it bring up the items you showed to the top of your list, or show of your list of items you have listed when doing your own sharing?
Yes. Here is an example of that, and I'll go ahead and share screen again. Okay, so there is a oh look, I have Tony Llama boots. There is something down here. I'm sure that there are things down here that still need to be. Okay, so it is UGG season actually, and these are a size 8 and they're black. So let's say that I want to put these at the top of my closet. When somebody pulls up my entire closet, they're going to see that. So what I'm going to do is just hit the share button, and that is the little square with the arrows on it. So if I click on that and then I share it to my followers, it's shared successfully. Now, if I go back up to the top and refresh my screen, it'll show that as the first listing.
That'll explain it then, because I've been sharing. My closet is being shared through Flip every 2 hours, but every now and then I do go in and share at least 6 items in like the same category. And then when I go back to my closet, I'm noticing that they're right at the top. And so that's why I asked that question.
I gotcha. The notice that too, that Poshmark is like, come back and try promoted closet beta again to make more sales. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm like, I'm just not making sales because I haven't shared anything this week. I literally haven't been sharing my closet. I just said, you know what? I'm kind of fed up and I need a mental health break. And I just took a few days off work and played hooky. And I've been having a blast doing silly things like making chili and, I don't know, just goofy stuff like playing with the dogs on the back deck and stuff.
Hello, Corner Clubhouse. Hello, good morning and welcome.
Hi.
Mark said, I reached my one listing 2 days ago, so they side by side secretary for $200.
A desk
Must be a desk.
or like a sideboard, what we would call a sideboard, maybe.
I realized almost 5 years since I bought a storage unit.
Wow. I've
So
never
if
bought
anyone-
one. I've always wanted to buy one, but I'm kind of scared that I'm going to end up stuck with a bunch of hard goods that I don't want to sell. That's my problem. Somebody else who sells all hard goods is going to be like, they're going to get the 3 bags of clothes and be like, psh, you know, and that would be exactly what I would zero in at. I'd be like, ooh, clothes and shoes.
And if you have any questions about Posh, please feel free to ask in the chat. That's what we're here for today. It is all Q&A, all about Poshmark. So I saw that you had a show this week, but when is your next Posh show live?
I don't know. It's been sometimes I'll get sometimes I forget how much before and after work it is involved in an auction, and I'll overschedule auctions to the point where even my Poshmark closet suffers. So I had to let go of some things of pretty much any non-essential, and that was a non-essential right away. So I don't know is the answer. When I'm in a better place for it and I actually have time to like look forward to it and plan for it and really, really get into it, probably pre-Christmas, maybe like sometime in October as a pre-Christmas sort of thing. Do like a new with tags, all the new with tags that I can sell. Yeah, I really need to garage sale out the bottom of my closet. So
we do have a question from Little Debbie. My sister gives me a ton of free inventory, nice bags and shoes and clothing, but so many of the purses are stained inside. How important is it to clean purses?
They sell better when they're clean, because if not, then you have to say that they're flawed, and you have to go, oh, the inside's really dirty. And usually some people are very turned off by that. Here's my tip. Just take a vacuum. The little hose on the vacuum attachment, just suck everything out. And then if possible, if you have a purse that has like a lining that actually will come out of the purse, I would take the lining out of the purse, lay the purse down on the sink, take the lining out, or on the counter, take the lining out, wash the interior with Dawn so it's at least been sanitized. It's kind of important to sell a purse that's as clean as possible, and especially if you can't pick up on certain smells like perfume, soaps, smoke, cigarette smoke, anything like that. If somebody spilled booze in it, you don't know if somebody's been out partying and they, God only knows. I would just say, just make sure and wipe down the outside. If it's leather, make sure and leather condition it. If you're not willing to put in that sort of work, then just sell it as a bundle and just say unprocessed. And I would do it that way.
I also found using the Mr. Clean scrubs, little sponges.
Yeah.
Also for minor stains, help come out, and you just air dry it. That's help for me for a few things that I had needed to clean up. Yeah. Craig said that tip sucks.
To charity. I do the same thing, but I do it with hard goods.
When you talked about the vacuum cleaner, Craig says that tip sucks.
Oh, that tip sucks. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. In all the right ways. Yeah,
I just have those miniature handheld vacuum cleaners too that you can use like for your computer keyboard, which works really well even for that, or little like figurines and stuff that you need to clean. Yeah.
Yeah, and if nothing else, just take it over your trash can. Inside out, pull the lining out if you can pull that out, and shake the crap out of it. I mean, it's not that difficult. It's just if there's like, gum in the purse that's like stuck together, or like ink marks and stuff like that. There are so many things out there, so many products to remove. But my number one cleaning tip for the interior of purses is always start with Dawn and a little scrub, and makeup stains too, because they're oil based. And Dawn takes grease out of your way. I hate to say it. I hate to advertise for them and not get any money for it, but literally it works. There is a pen mark removal, and if you'll allow, I can actually hit stop cam, go in and grab it, so I can show you what the brand is.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello and welcome. Let's see. If your keyboard stick, break it up your knee immediately. Yes, indeed. We're talking about dirt in the keyboards, not sticky. Also, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. Out of curiosity, well, hello. I just saw your thumbnail for the tonight's show at 9 o'clock. Hello, good morning and welcome. I flipped that. How are you doing? Yes, I saw that on your thumbnail when I went to in YouTube earlier. 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Yes, I did see that. Kat and Vicky are going to be the two that Boss Reselling Remix. Boss Reseller Remix in October? Live. Wait, we are performing it live in Boston. So y'all gonna be in Boston? When? I mean, where? What time? Interesting. Mark, that unit got canceled. Last 2 units I have been considering. Has that happened? Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. Well, hello, Amy. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. So put a 1 in the chat if you are on Posh and you have or thought about getting into Posh Lives. Put a 1 in the chat. Hello, Ella. All right, we're gonna show. She's gonna show what she's got for ink removals. I think you said.
Yeah, for cleaning the interior of purses. If I take the interior out of the purse, and a lot of the purses will allow you, they're sewn in, but they're only sewn in around the top, so you can actually remove the interior, and you wouldn't take it all the way out of the purse, but yeah, I have it halfway out. So the very first thing I would use, if there are makeup stains, especially, this stuff and hot water will do wonders a lot of times. So don't forget the Dawn. It's a reseller's best friend because it really does with grease what it says it's going to do with grease. And so many things in this world do not do what they say they're going to do. This one, Motzenbacher's Lift-Off Pen, Ink, and Marker Stain Removal breaks the molecular bond between ink and surfaces. This I love. I love this. For ink removal, it is Motzenbacher's. I don't know. Veronica could probably give.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's Motzenbacher's Lift-Off Pen, Ink, and Marker Stain Removal. And I picked this up on Amazon on the recommendation of another purse seller like 2 years ago. And I haven't even, I'm only down to there. And I've used it so many times because people just leave ink pens open, I've used it so many times and a little bit goes so far. So I use this and a little toothbrush and just, and then a little bit of Dawn and rinse it out and it works well.
All right. Jeannie says, let's see right here. One of the most important things, in my opinion, is to make sure that the purse does not have any funky smells. That is one of the first impressions that people notice.
Absolutely.
And Michael said, if you want a great show and want to learn about clothing, please visit Glammaz.
Michael, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you.
Let's see. Honestly, I am scared I'll mess it up. I line the lining, so I haven't tried washing out.
In my humble opinion, the lining's already messed up if it's that dirty.
Mm-hmm. So
you can't really ruin it. I don't think you can make it worse by cleaning it.
Okay. So it's going to be in Vegas. It's a large reseller convention. We are performing the game show live on all 3 days after lunch.
I actually met them when they were at the St. Louis bins with Rural Squirrel and Angie Resells.
Well, that's how I found the channel, was through y'all.
Yeah, they were so sweet. They were, oh my God, and they're funny. They're actually quite funny in person. They really are that entertaining in person.
Yep, they are.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about their channel. Y'all had talked about it in your show when y'all were doing a meetup.
Yeah, I had a great time.
A hug picture or something. So yeah.
Yeah,
Roy says, sometimes sprucing up an item just takes more effort than it's worth. I cut my losses.
Well, and that's a good point, is that, you know, the question is, your time and effort, is it worth it? Is it worth it for me to do that to a Coach bag every single time, all day, every day? You bet. Yeah. In my opinion, it's worth it for me to do it for, you know, is it worth it for me to do it for a Liz Claiborne purse from, you know, from 8 years ago that's got a stain on the side? No, it's not. I donate it back and make it somebody else's project.
And then Jeannie makes a good point. I used hairspray for ink removal, works well. I agree that I have messed up when cleaning purses, but that's how you learn.
It's honestly the best. Yeah, the best way to learn something is to screw it up. You won't do that again. Exactly. So yeah, Jeannie, I totally agree with you. And hairspray has always been great for ink. I think it does the same thing that Liftoff does, where it bonds with it molecularly. I'm talking over $100 bags. Yeah. Still, I mean, honestly, you can either sell it as is and just make sure that your customer knows exactly what they're getting, with stains and all, and you have to disclose everything. Otherwise, they're going to come right back at you and be like, "Look, I paid $100 for something that's a piece of crap," or they're going to really, turn Karen on you and just get nasty. Or you can take a shot, and and what's the worst that could happen?
I just try something small. Don't try to do the whole thing. Patrick says, I screw up my life all the time. One day I will get it right. LOL.
Maybe. We'll see.
So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. And I was asking earlier, how many of y'all are on Posh and has done a live show? Put a 1 in the chat. I have been learning a lot from these different live shows and different people doing different ways of a show.
Yeah.
It's been pretty interesting.
I did the one thing that I don't think I'll ever do is be on somebody's show unless I know them. Because what I've seen sometimes is that sometimes they can be a little abusive to the guest on their shows.
Well, that's 2 of them I don't go back to. Just by the way, they keep everybody in their show.
Right?
Yeah. And then I forget, and I go to see that they're live because I forgot their screen name. Yeah. And I'm in there, so I hear it again. Okay, bye. Exit. Stage right.
Sometimes people can get nasty to the guests on their. They don't know. They don't have a spirit of hospitality, and they don't have a spirit of welcome, and they don't. They're not kind to the people who may be new to shows. Who are, and I'm like, okay, but you're the one who opened the door to have guests on your show. So if you were going to be nasty to them, maybe you're not the guy who needs to have guests on your show. Maybe you just need to have your own little show.
One of the things I'm noticing too with this one particular channel, and I'm not going to promote his channel. I just don't go back to it. And if I catch it by accident, I'll get right out of it just by seeing his face. One of the things I noticed that he's so rude when people are not bidding on items. But then he's also rude when he tells people to put stuff in the tray. And then if he doesn't like their item, he doesn't show it. So, yeah. And one of the things I like, though, from learning on that, when you're in a live and they tell you to put, sometimes I've been hearing where they tell you, put 1 in the tray, put your one item in your tray, pick an item you want me to show. And what I've noticed that when it does, when you click the little button, you can pick anything out of your store. Mm-hmm. And then what happens is when they show your item, it actually shows make sure you have a good description on any item you pick, because they read that description out for your item, and it's like a video clip of your pictures rotated. And then once they do that, then they start the timer after it has rotated through. And most of them have been doing about 60 to 30 second time. but they just say, read your description, and then the pictures just flap through, and then once the time runs out, they go to the next person. But they make sure you are in the chat when you're doing it, because they will not run it unless you're in the chat. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. I flip that says not on, no Posh, on Posh, no lives. Thank you, Glammaz, for the information.
Oh, Debbie, it's my pleasure, of course.
I did one when they were in demo mode, and it was a lot of work. We couldn't see the chat instantly. Things have changed with the live shows, but I don't think I will do that again. You can buy 4 gallons of that cleaner on Amazon.
This one, yeah. Oh yeah, if you have a lot of stains to remove, like if I opened a dry cleaning business, I'd want to have that. I'd want to have 4 gallons of that. You bet.
No lives. Creative Creations by D. Hello, good morning, and welcome. So, are you on Posh? If y'all on Posh, put your links in the chat.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yesterday, I just applied to go live on Posh, but there's a waiting list, so I got to wait for them to let me know when and what I got to do.
If I knew that
to build up my store, my closet.
Yeah. If I knew the technology well enough, I would totally bring you on my live. The thing that I'm afraid of is that we are going to have the worst tech fail in the history of tech fails, because my first one, I already I don't know how to put this. I don't want to sound fuddy-duddy, but I really believe that unless you have it down to kind of a science, or unless you're really, really comfortable with technology, and fast technology, you got to kind of learn on the fly, because the tutorial that they give you is it's really hard to keep up with it unless you are unless you're part of the really techie people. So it's just not my thing. I don't think. I've got another 2 shows that I can do. Probably I'm going to do one more just to see if I can catch on, if it's catch onable for me. But I really, I have a strong suspicion that it's just not my thing, and that I'd rather do like live auctions on YouTube and things like that at my own pace.
One of the things I'm noticing with the different shows that I'm watching, everyone does it differently, which is awesome. Some people play a little bit of a music very softly in the background. Some don't, and they're talking more to their chat, but they're going at their own pace by showing the items one at a time. The only thing I find that some people are doing where they're talking about the item and then they start the timer. Instead of, my opinion is, show the item, then start the timer, because you're taking up on your time while you're describing the item. So I see that as a little issue from different people. Jeannie says some people love them, and I have seen some that are just social events between a few people.
Yeah.
Good morning, Paul.
I would have that, but I have a YouTube channel, and I'm on Johnny's, so it's not like I don't have a chance to socialize with like my fellow resellers. But picture yourself as a Poshmark reseller who doesn't have a YouTube channel, who doesn't have a YouTube community, and doesn't know that it exists, because I didn't even know Johnny exists until I was already reselling for like a year and a half. So, you know, that could be a social outlet and a way of water cooling sort of for people who don't have that.
Right. So, one of the things I'm noticing too, that I love the way they do take their time on some people that I've watched, like Lisette. I love the way she did her show.
Yeah.
Love the way she did her show. She's very active with the chat. She asks us if anybody's interested in any particular item. Now, granted, from what I understand, she's still fairly new at doing lives on Posh, but she seems to be doing really well. She's very comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I love the way she did her show.
Yes. I think she found I think she found a great platform. I can tell you that Lisette is probably more comfortable with technology than many people are as far as selling goes, because she's already done that on, like, she does podcasts on Instagram. And I'm not saying any of this stuff is impossible to do or impossible to learn. It's just the world moves at such a fast pace, and you really I have to anyway, kind of pick and choose what technology I want to that I want to do a deep dive on, and what technology I don't. Most of it I don't. And but some of it I do, and so yeah, but she seems to really have mastered that, and I think that she's a natural when it comes to lives anyway. She's very comfortable in front of the camera. She's good camera facing. She's got a great personality and wonderful heart. So and that shows through, and that's like 50% of the battle is just that forward facing selling.
Yep. Let's see. We had a few more statements in here I want to get to.
Oh, sure.
There's Dee Dee's Posh Closet, which I already am following you already. And thank you for dropping it. If you are on Posh, please drop your Poshmark link to your closet so that others can go back and follow you and help you on your channel, on your closet. There are some great people in lives that don't get me wrong. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah.
It's like anything else, any other platform, you get the good with the bad.
Isn't it weird to imagine a time before Johnny? What were we even doing?
I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to remember back that far.
My opinion in that Posh shows take away from the sales because people are watching the show instead of scrolling through the other items. And that's probably true, because I noticed in some of the shows I've watched, which is if you do go through the list of what they have in their tray, is what they call it. Mm-hmm. And there's something you're interested in, but you don't have the whole bunch of time to sit there and watch the whole show. You can actually put in the chat, I am interested in, I can't stay long, but I am interested in number 10, 12, and 14, just an example. And if you type it in there and they see that, that'll give them a notation that you want to at least get those, because you don't have time to stay in the chat. And they will bring those up for you before you have to leave. So you can also do that and go through the tray and see there is something you are interested in. Because I know sometimes nobody can stay that whole show. So example, this morning I woke up, it was 2:49, 2:50, and I didn't get out of bed till 3:12. But when the time I brought the dogs, I came back in, got my coffee, I came back downstairs. There was a lady who was on. Started at 10 o'clock last night.
Whoa.
And she was still on by 4 o'clock this morning, my time.
Yeah. On YouTube or on
Posh Live. Posh Live.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
One of the things I did not like was her whole setup was all cluttered to where everything was in the screen. She had this table set up where there was a whole bunch of different types of jewelry. You couldn't see what she had. But she was on since 10 o'clock last night.
Wow.
Look at 4 o'clock in the morning. She was still going.
With that kind of effort, I really hope that she had wonderful sales, unless she's a serial killer, and then no. Sorry, I'm thinking Halloween already. Can you tell?
I was in the New York principal from there, so try to go to live to go figure. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweetie.
Do what you feel comfortable with and get FOMO over. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Just do it. What's up, Titch Man? Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Peddling Profits. Hello, good morning and welcome. She was getting it done. Yes, she was. Someone got to pay the. Yeah. Well, she was telling the story about how her husband is disabled and bedridden, and that she takes care of him and tries to make money to.
Oh.
Yeah. So I understand that.
Well then.
Time to do it, Deborah. Hello, good morning and welcome. Yeah, Halloween. Yep.
Right. I'm so ready.
So if you do have a Posh, please put your link in the chat so we can go and follow you. If you want to go to check out my store, it is in the description bar below, but also the link, all my links are in the beginning of the bottom of the screen. I did drop the link in the top of the chat. If anybody would like to come on and promote your channel, you're more than welcome to. That link is at the top of the chat. I do ask that you please keep your camera on so I can verify that it is you. Once I announce who you are coming up on the screen and you don't want to put your camera on, you're more than welcome to take it off at that time. To really excel, do you want to really come?
I kind of agree and I kind of don't. And here's what I mean by that. I think it's important to try new things. I like trying new things, and I think it keeps your brain sharp. So that's good. But also there are times when you can get overload. You can get like new thing overload, and your attention is in way too many places, and you're trying to make a success of everything instead of concentrating on learning the one thing before you move on to the next thing. So in that sense, I say, you can stay in your lane, but okay, this is just me though. This is just me and how I learn. But I like staying in my lane. I like going with what I know. But once I get to the point where I can do it without thinking about it, then that's when I know it's time for me to move to the next level and try something else that's new. So like I just tried the Posh Live, and there are certain other things that I look forward to trying, this fall and this winter. But I really think that it never hurts to sort of put your best foot forward and just
Okay.
put your toe out there in the pond.
Yarn Again says, I'm on Posh, and it's there's
Teresa
her link.
Pierce.
So what I would need to do is copy that. Okay. Also, Jeannie has a question. Are you guys ready for Q4? We are kicking it around here. Yes. It's very important to get ready for Q4 because you got to get it done now. Q4 will be here at the end of the month. What about you, Glammaz?
Yes and no. As far as sourcing goes, I finally feel like I'm at the point where I'm actually caught up on my sourcing, which sounds weird because it seems like sourcing is the fun part. But I haven't had time for the fun part lately. So it's been, there's been a lot of family commitments and other things that are in my life. So I finally got caught up with the sourcing part of it. Now the listing has to start, and that has to start. So yeah, I'm ready with sourcing, but no, I'm not ready with listing. I'm actually stain treating 2 different things today. And hoping, keep your fingers crossed, guys. I'm hoping that this, I have a really beautiful fluffy robe. And there's another piece that I'm Tory Burch pillowcase that I'm stain treating as well. So I'm hoping those work out. But just about finished up processing everything into my closet, which takes a while. It's clothing and shoes. And tonight we ride. Tonight we photograph. So yeah.
You might want to check out Yarn Again's Posh Closet. She's got a lot of nice stuff, and she just, I don't know how long she's been doing Posh yet. She must have just recently started. She's already got 56 listings. So
nice.
How long have you been doing Posh Yarn Again? Beautiful items on her Posh Closet.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see. And we also have Texas Val with her Posh Closet, which I just opened, and I just started following your channel, your closet. Let's see. We have, what's this? Teachers is the test. Teach is a to test. Teach to test. Teach to the test. No sense in going into the math teaching. Okay. Can you change your name on Posh?
Yeah, you can change your screen name. Yeah. I couldn't change. Let's take a look at the Poshmark Closet again. It just seems to work best for me if I share screen. Okay. So see the @Glammaz Shops a lot that I've got highlighted right there. That I could not change. It wouldn't let me change. Here's where it did let me change, because I had my original name on there, just like my name. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody in the whole universe doesn't need to know my name from St. Louis. So I changed it to Glammaz D, also because there are some people who know me by Glammaz Closet. They know me by Glammaz more so than they know me by my first name. So this part that I've got I'm turning blue right here, that part you can change. This part I tried to change and couldn't. Now it's possible that it's changeable now, or that I maybe did something wrong. But as far as I know, you can't really change that once you set that up.
All right, I do want to mention when I first got on the Posh, when I first bought my first item on Posh from Glammaz, I was under, it wouldn't let me, I just couldn't, I just went personal, my personal account. And after I did my first purchase, which was from Glammaz, for my birthday, when I decided to start going into Posh, I was able to not only change my name, but I was also able to change the @ because it was more like my name and my, the way they gave it to me. I think it was like JJKSK3 or whatever that was. They took from my name or whatever. So what I did was I was able to change it to my business name. And then the @ was able to be at Kajun Roots Resell. I couldn't fill out the whole thing, but you are able to change both at one time. Yes.
Was it JJ Fad? Because I feel like that would be supersonic.
Oh, wait, what now?
Old people joke. Never mind.
I'm sorry, I missed it. What'd you say?
Oh, I said, was it JJ Fad? Because I feel like that would be supersonic.
No, it was like JJSK3 or something like that they gave me automatically. So what that said is I'm going to be lurking and working. Have a great day. Well, thank you, Joe. Oh, yeah, Jeannie. I don't know why I said Joe's Jeannie. And there is Dee Dee's Posh Closet, which I just started following. Thank you very much for dropping that, because I do want to make sure I support y'all as well, and I do share things out as I go to your closets. I hope you make more time for yourself to have fun, Glammaz. It is important, and that is so true.
I know. I honestly, I had to learn the hard way what my limitations were, and where my stopping. Thank you, Chooch. Where my stopping point was, and there comes a point where you get so much coming at you and so much going on, and especially with, you know, I've got things of my own happening, and health issues and things like that. So I like to, you know, when I reach that red line point, I like to, right before I reach that, I know, I'm like, okay, here are all the signs and signals, and I can recognize that I need a break. And I had to unplug for a few days. I had to unplug Monday through yesterday all day. Just unplugged as much as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeannie says, LOL, I had one more thought. Be careful with scammers on Posh. When I first started, I already had several trying to get me to, my wife, I want to get this for my wife. Would you please email her this link? I can't open the description on the link on my phone. So I just emailed properly back and saying, I'm sorry you're having that issue. If you would, please go to a laptop or a computer and open the link, and you should be able to open and see it. What I do is after I reply, I then go back and not only remove them and block them, I report them first. That's what I do. What are your thoughts on that, Glammaz?
I strongly recommend, and please just know, I really strongly recommend that any platform that you sell on, if they want to communicate with you off platform, do not let that happen. Don't let that happen. First of all, there's a reason why they're trying to get outside of the rules. And it's not always to save money. Sometimes it's to scam you out of your stuff. Second of all, you don't know who they are or what. I mean, this is just the internet. They could be catfishing you. They could be trying to, you know, draw you into a situation where you're disclosing a lot more information than you realize. So I strongly recommend that if you're dealing on a platform, whether it's eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Vestair, wherever you're dealing, whatever you're dealing with, don't deal with them off of platform, because your platform keeps a record of everything, and they will protect your credit card information, or at least in theory they will. So if somebody reaches out and they're like, oh, you know what, I can you just send me some pictures by email? I'm I'm sorry, I don't deal off platform. I have provided pictures. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much for your interest. Have a great day. Bam, that's it. You're done. And then if somebody asks you to contact them off platform, after you either don't respond at all, or after you respond and explain to them, it's always good for Poshmark to see that you're like, hey, I don't deal off platform. It's after that, though, I would definitely go in. You can go to, there's a username and about. You can go to the 3 dots next to that and report them. Report the user first so that other people don't have this, scammer person trying to do the same thing and fall for it. And then I block them, and they're not allowed to communicate with me or my closet anymore.
All right, Yarnigan said, I just started Posh on June 28th. However, I just got serious about it mid-August. Thank you so much for your kind words. You're welcome, Yarnigan. Patrick says, I wish eBay would be able to change your URL. I had to rebrand since 18 years ago. Wow. Hello, Pam. Good morning. Hello, and welcome. Supersonic.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Hello, Tina. Hello, Kraken. When we have a scammer, we send them to the Guatemala military train. Yes, indeed. Good morning, Kraken Christine. I will not get that song out of my head now. Says, I burned out badly, and I am only getting my mojo back. Priority. Yeah. Yes. Mona did what? Hello, good morning, and welcome. Yes, scammers also try to get you to email them their Google code. I kind of want to set up the Posh now just for the scammers. I could see them doing that too.
Yeah.
I had someone that wanted to know my address because they wanted to know where the item was coming from. What? No. They were trying many different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Even on Posh and any platform I sell on, my mailing address, whether it is from where I'm mailing from or return, if anybody had to do a return, is a P.O. box. I do not use my home address for that. So be careful. Give them the White House address. If they would catch on to that, right?
Right. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah. Always be vigilant. Yes.
Yeah.
But like I was telling Glammaz, I had kind of shared that with her. And it was right when I first started listing. There were several emails that came back, and one was like, oh, I want to get this for my wife. I would love for you to send her the pictures. No, you go to sending her the link, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, be careful. Well, good morning, Jeff. How are you doing? Hello, good morning. And whilst we're listening, we're trying to get around packaging. Awesome. By the way, he was first time, if you didn't catch the Hump Day auction yesterday, the first time on this channel, we had our special guest of Jeff on yesterday's Hump Day auction. If you missed it, go check it out. See if anything didn't sell. Reach out to him.
Little Debbie, I just saw that. I'm cracking up. I love that. I love that so much.
He says, that's funny. I will try that. So yeah, just be aware of, especially if somebody's saying for you to do something off that platform, no matter what platform you're on. Always make sure to stay within that platform, because that's the only way that platform that you're on will protect you.
Yes.
If you do anything off of the platform, then you're opening yourself up for problems and returns and a lot of problems. Yeah.
Listen to you, Johnny. Listen to you, Kajun. He knows what he knows of what he speaks.
And I've only been doing it for 4 years, but I've seen it all. Within every platform I start on.
Yep.
I've seen it all. And if it doesn't feel right, don't do it.
Trust your instincts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely make sure you stay within the platform. All right, everybody. Well, it's getting to that time. I'm not seeing any other questions. My numbers are going down. And Dawn Southern Finds Dawn and Susie Woozy are going live, or if not, they're already live on their live from the doghouse, and it is on Susie Woozy's channel. So let's go and raid Susie Woozy from the doghouse. And that they
let the dogs
out. 9:30. Can you sell homemade items like beanies on pot? Can you sell homemade items like beanies on Posh.
Yeah.
Good morning, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Yeah, please make sure we do go and raid. And Jennifer just dropped the raid link in the chat, y'all. Let's go and raid them. Let them know we're coming from here. Also, 9:45 on Adopted Retrospects with American Honey Tina go live at 9:45.
That's
so
right.
yesterday we were able to raid Tina's channel yesterday. So yeah, because it's 9:30, let's go and raid Susie Woozy. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Nancy. So as I say before we end each and every show, I want Glammaz to promote where she will be so you can catch her on the following shows that she's going to be live on in the near future. Don't forget, if you need her information, including her Posh Closet, her Instagram, and her YouTube channel, all that information is in the description bar right at the top of the description bar box below. Take it away, Glammaz.
I am so sorry, guys. I'm scratching my allergic eye this morning. I am Glammaz. I'm a hot mess on Thursday, honey. My name is Dana. I go by Glammaz Shops a lot on Poshmark, and I've been selling on Poshmark for a little over 3 years. I'm going to be on, I do have a YouTube channel, Glammaz Closet with the Z, Glammaz. And I have a weekly live every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. Hawaii, 4 p.m. in Great Britain, and 2 a.m. in Australia. Wait till I find out where Japan is, what time it is in Japan. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's what I'm here for. And in the meantime, I will be selling live on Horizon Picks auction tomorrow night. I will be probably the only person the entire night not selling comic books. So if you enjoy sci-fi, Comic-Con, all of those things, and you don't need comic books, but you do kind of like all of the other stuff, hit me up tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern on Horizon Picks channel. Also, I'll be with Two Old Guys Vintage at 4:15, I think it is, on Tuesday, and then Central Time. Always, as always, you can always hit me up on Posh at my Poshmark Closet.
All right, everyone, please make sure you do check out her channel, but also her Posh Closet. All of that is in the description bar below. And I saw where Jennifer did drop 14 hours ahead. My son is in Japan, so they're 14 hours ahead.
So is Australia. So I think they're on the same sort of time thing.
Time zone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All
right, and there's the link for the raid that Jennifer put in the chat for us. Let's go and make sure we do that and show them some love and support as well. We love to do raids and help others out and boost their morale and get them going with their show and help them out getting started. So let's go ahead and do that. Righty then. So as I say, have a wonderful day. Yes, and thank each and every one. And there's the link. I will be on at 6:30 time slot on Roy's tomorrow night. I have 80 items ready for the show. It took me 3 days to get it all done, but I got it all done.
Wow.
So I got for tomorrow night. And then Sunday, I'll be on with Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell. This Sunday with the Rule, Squirrel, Kuisine on the auction with Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell. And next Tuesday, I will be on live with the Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell and Janine's with their marathon. And that starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be modding for them so that Mark and Jeannie can sell as well until they get a mod. So I told them they better get it done quick. I'm just joking. Each and every show. Love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear?
you.